It's been frantic in the last couple of hours with questions like what likely played out in getting these boys back. Retired military Colonel Hassan Labo joins me now to discuss the events that led to this development. It's quite a relief to many Nigerians. It's good to have you join us on the news hour.
Thank you.
Now, it's quite a relief to many people, especially parents in the country and abroad, this development. But tell us how relieved you are, particularly, especially, or in spite of the fact that these boys spent as much as 63 days and even more in the captors den.
Thanks so much. As a matter of fact, I would say when the news came to me, I felt quite relieved. Relieved because I took into cognizance the age of these kids and the duration of time they have spent in the hands of these guys. And you never could say what could happen. You know, all sorts of thoughts will run through your minds if you're a parent, you know. The news was quite welcoming, I must say, quite welcoming. Whatever they may have gone through, well, from what I saw, from the kids I saw in those jerseys, you know, it's like they were well kept. They were taken good care of, so to speak. That's if I go by what I see. I know, of course, definitely they must have been changed up and redressed and so on, yeah. But we should just thank God for seeing them looking as healthy as they look. But I want to believe lots of profiling will go on and medical profiling too, to ensure that they're in very good state.
Okay, from your experience, how would you balance political expectations with political decisions with respect to security best practices? Let's remember when the governor came out to say no to payments of any ransom whatsoever, but Nigerians were coming out to say, you know what, pay this money and get these boys back first before you tackle how to curb kidnapping or how to bring the perpetrators of this dastardly act to how to prosecute them, investigate and prosecute them.
Yeah, Blessing, you see, it's neither here nor there. The whole thing depends on what side of the divide actually you belong. If you are a parent, especially one of the parents of these kids, I know you wouldn't buy this idea of, look, don't negotiate. Because, you know, the more you delay, the more the life of your kids are likely to be at greater risk. If you belong to the group which we belong to, distant, well, distant enough from the whole thing, not being parents, in the cozy air condition of our bedrooms, we can just say, look, don't negotiate with kidnappers. Negotiating with them would encourage it, and so, yes, it's fine to say that. And you are saying all the right things, but are you being realistic? Are you being realistic? Fine, and more so when we take into cognizance the fact that if we have to apply a rescue operation, we are likely not to come out with the entire kids.
But one of these positions has got to take the upper hand here. Let's look at it from the point of view of security best practices, and the fact that you also need to recognize that the lives of these boys or these victims are important. So if you're in the position to make a decision, what would you do? Go ahead to pay the ransom to get these boys back, ensure they come out alive, or make sure you don't encourage kidnapping by paying any ransom? Security
best practice will tell you not to pay any ransom. Okay, I could sit here, pretend to be an angel, and sing that song for you. Even the Western guys who wrote all those books on security are not practicing it in Afghanistan. The Americans are busy, you know, negotiating to pull out Americans who are in problems in Afghanistan. The Israelis are releasing over 4,000 Arabs, Palestinians or Arabs, just to get back 2 or 3 dead bodies of Jew soldiers, exhumed, that is already buried. So what are we talking about? All we need to do is to sit down and assess the situation. If it's what we think we can go in for, okay, we'll go in and do it. That is maybe a rescue operation and so on. But you know that is very risky. It comes with a huge level of collateral damage and so on. And you are not likely to come out with all.